What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Honeystead. We are getting everything set up for our 2023 honey harvest. I am eager to see how much honey our girls are able to share with us, but we're getting things kind of stationed. This is the first year of us actually doing it here in our barn shop processing area, so I'm very pumped about that. And this year, with the amount of colonies that we have in our apiary, I wanted to ramp up on our honey extracting equipment. We have used an old spinner for many years now. That thing is still kicking and it's doing great, but it was time. It was time to make an investment. So my husband and I are building the honey extractor now, and he is currently cutting up some wood for us to be able to put a base, to make a base for the honey extractor. We could bolt that honey extractor down into the concrete. However, I'm not ready to kind of do that quite yet, because as you see, this base is still getting finished. So I'm not ready to put anything stationary right away, but in the next year or so, we will definitely consider that. This is gonna be a good year, I can already tell. Mr. Honeystead. No, I love my husband.
How you want it orientated.
Yep, we're going to turn it.
Where are you going?
Well, I got to figure out a bucket. So,
You want it on this thing? You want it on the...
yeah, that's what I'm measuring out to see, so we can back it up.
Oh yeah, it's on there.
I know, I just can't get it tight. You know, there's something about starting your day outside first thing in the morning, just kind of sitting, taking it all in. If you don't do that often, I highly recommend that you give it a try. It is one of my favorite ways to start my morning. Whether I'm got my coffee with me and I'm going for a walk, or I just come sit up here in the garden and watch everything kind of come alive. The bees start to fly, all the birds start to sing. I had to share that with you guys. This is pretty much the calm before the storm. Yesterday, getting everything set up and ready to go, it was good. But today's the day where it's really going to be a lot of work. And I'll be honest, as a beekeeper, honey harvest is not my favorite day. It's not, but it's part of it. And these girls have made some stunning honey for us to be able to use to help support ourselves, because honey has a lot of medicinal properties as well. and I know how valuable they are as a resource for my health, and not just my health, but my community. So it always does hurt a little bit though, taking the goodness that they made. But just because we're harvesting honey does not mean that we're going to take it all. They are going to have the majority of it. We are only going to harvest what is in excess, and that's just kind of the way we do things. So yeah. This is the calm before the work really gets going. But I just had to take a couple of minutes and just sit here and watch the bees start to fly, and yeah, start my day with gratitude. Today, I am thankful that these girls have made enough honey that we get to help ourselves. And we're going to talk more about medicinal properties of honey very soon, because it's pretty amazing, if you ask me. Look at that. Gorgeous. That's perfect. So we're using a Hive Butler. I absolutely love these containers. These are good friends of mine. They have developed this company, US based. I love it. But they are perfect totes that hold frames in it perfectly. So our honey harvest will stay nice and beautiful. Now there are some bees that are accidentally flying around. We're gonna do our best to try to get these guys out. I do have a towel that I'll probably put on here, which I found has kind of been helpful. But that is what we will do to keep the honey from getting robbed once we pull it, because that tends to happen. That's pretty. So this though, because it's open, we're gonna end up leaving the nectar, let them finish stewing it. The reason why is because you don't want to add too much moisture in with your honey. So, because if you do, then it can turn your honey, but we'll check the moisture content. But the trick is just go for the fully capped. That makes it easier. Now every once in a while we get a little lucky when it comes to our honey supers, and we get a complete full honey super that is capped and ready to go, like the one that I'm working right now. Now the lid is a little different that I'm using. It's actually not a lid, it's called a fuming board, where we drizzled just a little bit of a substance called Honey Bandit, which is non-toxic, all natural, and basically what it does is the bees don't exactly like the smell, but it doesn't aggravate them or harm them. They just move away from that honey super, which makes it so much easier to just grab the box and go. It kind of smells like almonds, and it's a lot easier than having to brush off each individual frame and aggravate the heck out of these girls, which is the last thing that we want to do, knowing that we have so many colonies that we have to harvest from. So Mom was just telling Alyssa, this is Alyssa, she's my daughter's best friend, and we're teaching her. Ella, my daughter, is around here somewhere. You probably catch her here in a couple minutes. She's helping out with the animals. But we were just talking about our last honey extractor, which, Mom?
Oh, that thing. Now, in all offense, everything about that thing was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think, what was it, 6 frames?
6 frames.
Yeah, 6 frames, 6 mediums.
Right.
Or 3 deeps.
Yes.
But I don't think we ever quite had that thing balanced and mounted properly.
No. Because every time we would turn it on, we'd all have to basically like, all hands on deck, hold on.
It's like a bucking bronco. Instead of 8 seconds, though, you had to go about 8 minutes per side.
So we were trying to figure out how long could you hold on before you're thrown off. So this is a little bit of a game changer. I'm praying that it is going to be great. My husband built a beautiful stand for us to be able to do this, but we're getting ready to turn this thing on.
Well, this thing's probably going to just take off. It's
I know.
straight up. All right, first off, hold on. Are we all the way on low?
Yeah. Nope. Okay. That's
okay,
low.
so this looks like
1.
This looks, wait a minute. This looks like on.
Yes.
And this is like
double on and triple on, and then we can even control it this way. I'm a little scared.
So,
this one's fancy.
All right, is this like a Vitamix?
I don't know. I'm not breaking it. I'm not going to break it.
Okay. Should we close the lid first just in case there's any mishaps?
Yeah. We keep all hands and other objects outside of the extractor when we're getting ready to use it.
Yeah, stand up.
All right, push the button.
I'm scared.
I'm not. I'll do it. Okay, and it's full, so I'm going to go to that. And then...
Oh, what's that mean? Partial?
I guess it's full.
I don't know. I say 1.
It did. No, it didn't have ingredient. It didn't. I think it's going to be that one.
Oh God, you're going full blast.
I'm scared. It's spinning.
Oh, it's quiet.
Was the other one loud?
No, I'm telling you, that other one was a bucking bronco. We should have like named her Bessie or something. Oh,
here we go. I do want to peek in though and check and make sure it's good.
That's a heavy lid.
I know.
We can make an improvement. We can put a handle on
it. It needs handles. Oh, look at that.
Smell. Now, that's a good thing. Look on the side here. You can see on the side, it's throwing it. It's kind of cool.
It's very quiet. And that's high.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bessie.
A little bit like Bessie. I'm gonna bolt it into the ground when we figure out the right home for it.
Well, we need to make, we might have to bust up some.
What I am gonna do though, I'm also gonna go ahead and open this.
Yeah, because it's 18 frames.
Ooh, here we go. Yeah. And please start.
Oh, you're all the way. You're wide open.
Alright, well, let's do something real quick. I'm going to slow it down. Let's see what the single one. I don't know what that does.
Doesn't make it go the other way, does it? No, it slows it down. Maybe that's like way slow. Oh, no, left and right.
What? That's amazing. Okay, well, regardless, I gotta finish on that.
Yeah, I was getting a little nervous there. I was like, uh-oh.
Okay, so we just learned that this extractor will go both left and right instead of having to pull each frame out and flipping it. That's genius.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
So did you have to like take them out and flip them?
Yeah.
You'd have to take them out and flip them, and then you had to pay attention.
Look at all that honey.
You'd have to pay attention because if you put it in the wrong way, then you are going to get honey out of that side again. So
this is a game changer, and we've got a lot more to do. So, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
So when this is spinning, it's making the honey, it's
Liquid.
it's
more
throwing the
sort.
honey out of the cell so you can see it collect. Can you see it spinning on the wall?
Yeah, I see.
And then as it spins, it's going to go, it goes down the
Down,
wall
down, and it come here.
and it comes out there.
I figured
Right.
out this as it was.
Now what's really cool is this machine. So right now it's spinning this way. When it's done and all the honey's out,
Yeah.
you stop it and then you flip the switch and it goes the other way. So we get the honey out of both sides without ever having to touch these again.
You gotta roll me this and a piece of
But
paper.
see, look.
Yeah, I see. I see. I see on this side over there.
So
It's
you can even
incredible.
look through
Yeah.
and then smell it.
I know.
It smells good.
It says smell good. You better believe. It's better than my perfume.
Yep. Taste.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff. And
Oh my God.
you think the girls did good?
Yeah. They work hard too.
I'm sitting on a bucket because I don't have a chair up here, but it's totally fine. All right, so there were a couple of days that I did not actually get to bring the camera with me to share with you guys the rest of the process. Basically, everything that you saw, we just did for days and days. And there was a point where I was like, I should do a captain's log like every single day and check in like day 240 of honey harvest, because that's really kind of started to, that's what it felt like. Luckily, my mom and dad came in and they jumped right in, and both of them took a huge portion of the honey extraction off of my shoulders. I went down for a couple of days, and that's why you guys are just now kind of starting to see this video, but neither here nor there. Everybody's great. I'm fine. But now to the big question that a lot of people ask. How much honey did we end up harvesting? And I'm gonna give you an estimate because I don't exactly know. I know we stockpiled our house down there, which I think I got like 8 quarts of honey set aside down there. Then we have some up in the apothecary, and then all of this, all of that is full of honey. And then we also set aside a entire 10 frame box of medium frames of capped honey that's so beautiful. We picked like the gorgeous frames, of course, for our Homesteaders of America beekeeping workshop that we're having here this October. Now that workshop, I'll put all of that information down below. I think there's only a few spots available, but it's a single day event. You come in, you get to learn about bees, how to set up your apiary, where to get started, the medicinal byproducts, then you get to make some salves. We do a lot of things here for that single day event. And I take people in and get to, you know, have them experience what it's like to do a hive inspection and what it is like to be among the bees, and see if that's something that is something that you're interested in. And then that day is also a honey harvest day, and that's where everybody gets to do it. So I've got 10 frames set aside, so that'll be, if we have 20 people come, everybody will be able to at least uncap one side. That was kind of our goal this year, so we already have that set aside. So all in all, between everything back here, our stockpile that we have down in the house and in the apothecary, and then what will be extracted in October, I think we're going to be just shy of 1,000 pounds of honey, which is the most we've ever harvested here on our homestead. And we could have actually harvested a lot more. These girls were still working away at many of the frames, which is totally fine. They're working on capping it over. I think I'm just gonna let them have it and just, they needed a lot more than we do. This is beyond a blessing. And I'm just blown away with how gorgeous this year's honey was. Now, not only taste, but color. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Now we're very lucky here in this area because we actually have 2 nectar flows. We're kind of getting ready to merge into the second flow, which is the goldenrod, all the aster plants, all the beautiful, the very dark honey. That honey, as soon as they start pulling that nectar, filling those frames, getting all the moisture out and capping it over, that is their honey that they're gonna use to have over winter, and we don't touch it. So these girls are good. My #1 goal with beekeeping and honey harvest is I don't want to have to feed. It's not fun to have to feed, so why take everything that they've worked so hard for? Now I'm gonna be sharing with you guys very soon when we start the bottling process. I've got some honey that we're gonna be filling up in jars here for our local people. I'm also gonna be doing some farmers markets in our area. I do want to make sure my local people get taken care of because honestly, this is what helps them truly. But then I'm also gonna be advertising it to you guys. And as soon as that's available, I will definitely let you guys know. And the other thing that I'm excited to share with you guys about is this little machine that I ended up purchasing from another beekeeper. This is the Whiskey Trail Bees, and they have engineered an easy straw machine. So I'm very pumped about that because then I can bring samples. There'll be little straws. And what's nice is it's real honey. You know, most of those times when you go and you get those little honey straws, that's not real honey. So I'm very pumped about that. We're gonna be sharing this process with you. I'm gonna show you this machine because it's pretty cool. I met them at Rory Feeks, the Homesteading Festival conference that they had in June, and I was super excited when I got to see and talk to them about it. And basically we fill the honey here, the straws go in here, and then it spins and then it fills up with honey, and then I seal the straws. Now, she did say that there's a little bit of a learning curve with this, so I don't necessarily plan on, I might just show you my fails in the beginning because I'm gonna have them, we always do, but I'm excited to be able to not only support other beekeeper, but also expand our product capability on the things that we can do here, because it all goes right back into the bees and right back into the homestead and all the things. And you know, it feels good. It feels good to be able to use what we're doing to help support what we're doing, which I'm thinking I'll be able to put some of the straws online as well, so that if anybody is interested. Plus, it's just gonna be a lot easier and cheaper for shipping, and I think they're gonna make fun little sweet gifts. How cool would that be? That's my thought. That is my thought this year. So this is definitely a to be continued, no pun intended. And I just wanted to fill you guys in because I know, I know it's been a couple of days since I started this process. My body just said it was time to stop. So now I'm getting back into the groove of things, and I'm putting the pieces back together, and I'm doing the things that I've got to continue to do, and excited to take you guys along with me, of course. So as always, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old. Bye guys.